Hey, welcome to an episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. Now, I'm sure you're like, oh, Chad, that beer is sold like 2 months ago. Well, be that as it may, I'm still going to review it anyway. So, this beer probably needs no introduction, but this is the Small Town Brewery, Not Your Father's Root Beer. So, I don't know if you know the story or not. I'll put all the links in the description box. Like, Small Town Brewery actually is like a, small town, like nano micro brewery, whatever you want to call it. And the guy came up with this recipe from a homebrew, and like it was just doing so well that it looks like the recipe got bought by Fusion Products, which is the company that makes Four Loko, and I think they make Mike's Hard Lemonade, and then Pabst, Pabst PBR. They got the rights for the distribution of it, so the beer, the quote-unquote beer, is brewed at City Brewing in La Crosse, Wisconsin, and then distributed to, I think it's like 30 states right now. They're trying to go to all 50. So since it's, mass-produced by a contract brewery and distributed by Pabst, that's why you can find it pretty much everywhere now. Like, it's not just some little microbrewery, like your little hometown, brew pub, just like churning out so much beer that the entire country's getting it. If that's how it worked, like Hetty Topper would be in all 50. Well, let's get into it. As you can see, I'm using a mug because it's root beer. It looks like root beer, just black. It had like a little bit of tan foam, soapy foam, like any other soda, but it just fizzled away, just like any other soda. Although you can still see carbonation. I don't know if you guys can see that. There's still carbonation in there. On aroma, it just smells exactly like it smells like really good root beer, not like A&W or like Mug. It's like more like Jones Soda. It's like super sweet. I just get huge vanilla and like spearmint or wintergreen or something like that. As far as aroma goes, it smells exactly like root beer. So let's see how it tastes. Cheers. And it tastes pretty much exactly like root beer. I said it was very minty in the aroma. It's even more minty tasting, especially in that second half. It's like the whole up front is like lots of vanilla. It's vanilla. It's definitely not chocolate. It's very, very vanilla. There's some kind of spice in here that there's got to be. It might be nutmeg. Probably not nutmeg. Maybe cinnamon, probably. There's like a pumpkin. When I drink pumpkin beer, there's a lot of different spice palettes they can choose from, depending on who's making the pumpkin beer. But like, there's a certain kind of pumpkin beer spice in there. Maybe nutmeg. Seems a lot like cinnamon. What else would be in there? Ginger. That's probably what it is. Yeah, like the first half, it actually is like a little bit pumpkin-y. It doesn't taste like, it's not squashy like actual pumpkin. I'm just saying, has kind of some of that same flavor. This is really, really good. It's also really sweet. It's kind of cloying. I don't think I need to take a break, and even though we're not going too long, I'm just gonna rate this right now. So for aroma, I think it just smells exactly like root beer, and it smells better than root beer. I think, I don't know, I would probably give it, I'm gonna go 8 out of 10. I was tempted to do 9, but for appearance, there's no head and you can't really see bubbles or anything. I'm gonna go 3. I very rarely go below 3 on rate beer, but for taste, again, I think it's really delicious. It kind of gets, that sweetness kind of gets annoying after a while, but it's really good. Palate, I'm gonna go 4 on palate. It actually is. It's like, it's like when, same thing as soda. When you pour soda, it's very bubbly at first, and it just goes flat kind of quick. I think this is like the only beer I would actually maybe recommend just sucking straight from the bottle, because you're not really gaining anything from pouring it in the glass, and you're probably losing carbonation that way. So it's probably better straight from the bottle. It's, so the mouthfeel is kind of flat and kind of tepid now. It does leave a little bit of like a minty aftertaste. The sweetness is, kind of cloying. It's 5.9 ABV. It doesn't seem like that heavy of a beer. It seems more like a 5 or, a little less than 5. Overall, I'll go 15 out of 20. That's a total score of 3.8, which is 8 out of 10 on my scale. But again, it's like how do you even rate it? Because there's no frame of reference. There's no baseline. There's nothing to compare it to. Like it doesn't really taste like a beer. It just tastes like soda. Like I really get no alcohol in this whatsoever, which I think is the point. It's actually a little too minty, actually, now that I'm drinking it. Yeah, so 8 out of 10. I mean, I'll go with that for Not Your Father's Root Beer, small town brewery. Contract brewed by City Brewing in La Crosse, Wisconsin. I mentioned that. All right, so that does it for this episode of Chad's Beer Reviews, or Chad's Beer Reviews. Thanks for watching. I will see you next time. Cheers.